Charlie Chaplin. Today, the world knows him as a legend, a man who made audiences laugh. But that is not where his story begins. Long before the applause, before the fame, before the smile the world remembers, there was a chapter most people never read. A chapter of hunger, a chapter of silence, a chapter of survival. Today we open that chapter, the life of the man who made the world smile, even when his own life was quietly falling apart. Stay with this story because the ending did not come easy. Charlie Chaplin was born in 1889 in London, not into comfort, not into safety. His parents were music hall performers. They lived close to the stage and closer to uncertainty. Applause came and went. Money did the same. And then life took its first turn. Charlie's father died early. Alcohol took him away. Soon after, his mother lost her voice on stage, and slowly she lost her grip on reality. Mental illness entered their home and never really left. Charlie was still a child when he learned what abandonment feel like. Charlie and his brother were sent to workhouses, cold places, silent places, places where childhood ends early. Food was limited, love was distant, hope felt optional. Many children broke there, but Charlie didn't. Not because he was strong, but because he learned to watch. Charlie became quiet. He watched how poor men walked, how tired women smiled anyway, how laughter survived, even when life didn't improve. He was learning something important. Pain had patterns, and so did joy. He didn't know it yet, but the world was already teaching him his craft. In his early 20s, Charlie joined a theatre group. In 1910, he left England for America. He carried no certainty, only instinct. 4 years later, in 1914, he appeared in films. That was the year the world met the tramp. A small man, loose clothes, a fragile walk. People laughed instantly. But what they didn't realize was this: they were laughing at their own reflection. Chaplin didn't create jokes, he created truth. In The Kid 1921, he told a story about poetry and love. A child almost taken away, a man trying to protect him. This was not fiction, this was memory. In City Lights 1931, he chose silence when the world had already discovered sound. A blind flower girl, love without words. He trusted emotion more than technology. In Modern Times 1936, he showed a man crushed by machines. The world laughed, but the message stayed. And then came 1940. In The Great Dictator, Charlie Chaplin spoke for the first time, not as a character, but as a human being. He stood against hatred, against fascism, against silence. That speech was brave, and bravery has consequences. By the 1920s and 1930s, Chaplin was one of the most powerful names in cinema. He wrote, directed, produced, acted. Creative control like that was rare. But fame invited scrutiny. He was watched, accused, judged. His personal life became headlines. His beliefs became suspicious. And then in 1952, while traveling to Europe, America denied his return. No trial, no closure. The man who helped build Hollywood was quietly exiled from it. Chaplin settled away from the noise. Later in life, he found stability with Ona O'Neill. Together, they had 8 children. After a lifetime of stages, he finally had a home. No scripts, no applause, just presence. 20 years passed. In 1972, Hollywood called him back. At the Academy Awards, he was given an honorary Oscar. When he stepped onto the stage, the room stood. They applauded for 12 minutes. Not for comedy, but for endurance. For everything they once refused to see. Charlie Chaplin once said, "Life is a tragedy when seen in close up, but a comedy in long shot." He lived that truth. He turned suffering into art, silence into language, pain into shared laughter. Charlie Chaplin reminds us of this. You can begin in darkness and still create light. You can be broken and still give joy. And sometimes the people who make the world laugh are the ones who understand pain the deepest. Charlie Chaplin died in 1977, but his work still lives. His smile still speaks. His silence still teaches. This was not the chapter of a legend. This was a chapter of a human. So, this was the human chapter.